What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. We have some OCG cards from Phantom Rage that I am very excited to get into, and you'll see why in a second. Even though I haven't read them, it's freaking cool. That being said, Battles of Legend Armageddon has a reveal tomorrow, and Jerome McHale is taking it into his own hands. Join Jerome McHale as he gives you the download on Battles of Legend Armageddon, and this premieres in 13 hours. I believe this is 1 o'clock Central. YouTube should be synced up to my time over here since I have it loaded. When it comes to Battles of Legend, we haven't got a ton of reveals yet. We only know the set description, and usually when Jerome shows something off like this, we get a good chunk of the set. The jump promos really aren't enough for me, although Trishula has become decently priced, and you have a bunch of other odds and ends, but versus past Battles of Legends, versus this name, it's been lacking. Yes, we get the Chaos Emperor prize card, but we're kind of accustomed to getting a prize card here, and then even in the Legendary decks, albeit it was Ascension Sky Dragon, that was still freaking cool. When I look at this, the fact that Konami's taking it into their own hands, I assume it's a pretty big announcement and that we should be pretty excited. And I'm just hoping that this doesn't kind of play second fiddle to Gold Series and they really push Gold Series that much harder and this becomes a bit of a bum set. I'm hoping that both sets are just freaking awesome and that this carries its name as usual. That being said, not a reaction channel, but let's get into this. Look at this. The DRAGMA cards extending into lore with this brand new archetype, the Tri-Brigade from Phantom Rage. I don't know anything about this, but I am freaking excited. So Tri-Brigade Navel is a level 1 wind winged beast effect monster with 2,000 defense, but 1-for-1 targets are always kind of more my thing whenever I see a level 1, especially with the Link 1 options we have now. Let's just get into the card. You can only use the first and second effects of this card once per turn each. You can banish any number of beast warriors, and or wing beast monsters from your graveyard. You cannot use monsters as link materials for the rest of this turn except beast warriors and wing beast monsters. Also special summon a beast warrior or wing beast monster, link monster from the extra deck with a link rating equal to the number of cards banished. I actually don't know off the top of my head what that gives you access to, but cheesing out and cheating link summons while keeping this on board without having to get rid of this. This doesn't have to be one of the link materials. I guess it's kind of maybe a downfall a little that it doesn't get to count towards them, but I still think this is absurd for a 1-for-1 target depending on how this turns out. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Tri-Brigade monster from your deck to your hand, except Navel. So you're telling me after you relink up with this, this is another material? This card's kind of nuts, and it's looking like it's going to mix with some Tenki action as well, with Beast Warrior being in here. I always love generic good typing for these several types. Wow, okay, this is a great start to this archetype. Next up, we go to a level 2. We're slowly increasing levels. This is Tri-Brigade Sarris. This is a level 2 Earth Beast effect monster. Attack 1200, defense 1500. Not the best stats, but pretty good for a level 2. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn each. You can discard 1 other beast warrior or wing beast card, special summon this card from your hand. So extra extenders, that's nice. You can banish any number of beast warrior or wing beast monsters from your graveyard. You cannot use link materials for the rest of the turn except for those types. Also special summon 1 from your extra deck with a link rating equal to the card's banished. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be able to cheese things out even easier, and having discarded something to summon this and then maybe using this as like link material as well, and the fact that both of them have this effect, you're really going somewhere into the extra deck with these cards without having to link summon and getting additional extenders into the link summons. Level 4 Fire Beast Warrior effect monster known as Tri-Brigade Fracktar. Alright, he is a centaur. I see what you did there. Attack 1900 is a great stat. Defense 1600. You can only use the first and second effects once per turn each. You can send this card from your hand or field to graveyard. Send 1 level 3 or lower beast warrior or wing beast monster from your deck to the graveyard. Okay. Is this sent anyways? If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add, yeah, not just from the field. Remember, reaction channel here. I have to let the card soak in a little bit. That's pretty good. Alright. You can banish any number of these types of monsters. You can't use them anything for link materials except these kinds of monsters. Special summon a beast warrior or wing beast link monster from your extra deck with a link rating equal to the number of the cards banished. They all have that effect. And it looks like we get, alright, this is a beast, a new beast link monster. It is a link 2, so a little bit easier to bring out. But again, going up the tree, that's pretty good. I guess you get stuck out of generically good link 4s and stuff like that with these effects, though. So it's not like you can just link up into access code. You're very specific where you're going in these routes. We got Tri-Brigade Fella, the fruitless flower, and she looks pretty darn cool. I wonder how they're gonna censor that on up. Link through Earth Beast Link monster, attack 1600, left and bottom left, so 2 good arrows. It takes 2 Beast Warrior or Wing Beast monsters. Surprise! You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn each. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Beast Warrior or Wing Beast monster from your hand, but you can't use monsters as link materials except these types. So again, the transition is making very sure that you are tightly locked into these types of monsters. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can draw a card, then place a card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. So if you link up using this card, you do get a little bit of hand fixing, but not straight up advantage. I guess with the level 1, it's a bit of an advantage train, and they want to slow you down on just getting the freebies since you're already getting so much free. Tri-Brigade Lugal, the Silver Bullet. Is that a werewolf and they're saying Silver Bullet? Let me zoom in on this a little, sorry, real quick. Yeah, that's werewolfy. Maybe it's like a werewolf hunter, and this is a mask. It does look like a mask. Okay, that's kind of freaking cool as well, and it sent me back up the page, so give me a second. We've got a Link 3 Beast Warrior Link Effect monster, and he's got 2300 attack with decent arrows everywhere. Right, and bottom. It's 2+ Beast Warrior or Wing Beast monsters. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn each. New drinking game. Just take a shot every time I say this phrase during this reveal. During your opponent's main phase quick effect, you can special summon a level 4 or lower Beast Warrior or Wing Beast monster from your hand to the graveyard, but negate its effects. Also return it to the hand during the end phase. So graveyard recursion at least. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can make all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls lose 300 attack for each different type of monster you currently control. I like that they actually didn't lock it into the 3, because they're like, if you manage to do anything outside these types in this deck, you deserve it. And it is a little bit of a bonus, just a tiny bit. But linking up further, we do have a Link 4 here, so you actually can naturally get him off. And this thing looks insane. That's absurd. This masked crow, like, steampunk-looking dude. Alright, I couldn't resist. I had to click on it. This is awesome. So we have Tri-Brigade Shriek the Wicked Wings, a Link 4, Darkwing Beast effect, monster attack 3000, left, bottom, right. All good arrows. Materials 2+ Beast Warrior and or Wing Beast monsters. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn each. I actually want to give Konami credit here. Usually, when we start getting to this point, one of each or some harder summoning condition would be here, but within the deck, this seems pretty darn good, and you could cheese them out anyways, I suppose. If this card is special summoned, or if another Beast Warrior or Wing Beast monster is special summoned to your field, so during your opponent's turn, you can trigger this effect too. Nice! You can banish 1 card on the field, non-targeting banishing for their boss monster with 3000 attack. Wow! If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Beast Warrior, Wing Beast monster from your deck to your hand whose level is equal to or less than the number of banished Beast Warrior, Wing Beast monsters. Okay. That's a bit interesting. So again, it offers some advantage depending on where you have gone. But wow, that's a pretty good boss monster if Abomination rings a little bit of a bell. Now we're getting the banishing, and you could trigger it during the opponent's turn. That's pretty darn cool. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got some spell support. We got Tri-Brigade Line, a continuous spell card. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except for the aforementioned types. You can send 1 monster from your hand or field to the graveyard. Add 1 Tri-Brigade monster from your deck to your hand with a different original type. So you're fueling the graveyard for their effects and getting the search. Please don't Ghost Ogre me, bro. If this card in your spell and trap zone is destroyed by an opponent's effect, you can activate this effect. Your opponent cannot declare an attack for the rest of the turn. Alright, so it's just like, if you want to get rid of me, you can't hit me, bro. No, you can't come after me. Alright, that's interesting. What's up with these arts? They're so freaking cool, man. They're battling so hard. Oh my gosh. I love stuff like this. This is Tri-Brigade Airborne, a quick play spell card. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn, so I'm guessing it's pretty powerful. Target a Beast Warrior or Wing Beast monster you control. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck the rest of this turn, except Link monsters. Also special summon 1 monster from your deck whose attack is equal to or less than the targeted monster with a different type, but negate its effects till the end of this turn. That is still huge, considering a lot of them are graveyard effects. Wow. Okay, so it's like the rest of your turn, oops, all links, but what a fair. And also, just a note, special summon trigger the Link 4. Yeah, okay. Tri-Brigade Revolt is a normal trap card. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Special summon any number of your Beast, Beast Warrior, and or Winged Beast monsters that are banished and or in your graveyard, but negate their effects if any. And if you do immediately after this effect resolves, Link summon a Tri-Brigade Link monster. Wow. Wow, this is getting so many interesting tools. So you just bring back a ton of things, but they don't get to be a wall. You have to immediately link up. And look at them. They're like backed up and having to fight together, and they're gonna go up into... Oh my gosh, this deck is so freaking cool. And finally, the art we saw at the beginning. Tri-Brigade Oath, a normal trap card. You can only use the first and second effects of this card name once per turn, and only once that turn. Target a Link monster you control. Special summon a Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast monster from your hand or graveyard with a different type. So it's not going to get from the deck or anything. That would be kind of insane, so it's recurrence. And this, once again, is another way to trigger the Link 4. If you control at least one of each Beast, Beast Warrior, and Winged Beast monsters, there's that kind of restriction I expect. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target a face-up spell slot trap your opponent controls. Negate its effects till the end of the turn. Yeah, Mystic Mine Outs! Woo! Okay. Anyways, this entire archetype just has me pumped, and the more I read it, the more I liked it. It definitely has huge meta potential. We need more main deck monsters, but it does go generically with a lot of typing, so they had to be careful with what they were offering. But man, am I a fan of this so far. Let me know if you're as hyped for this, and of course, if you're doing any buyouts right now, way ahead of time, using my TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra to support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying, based on these typings, well, I don't blame you. This is freaking exciting. This may actually be the deck I go after instead of DRAGMA now. Like, this seems to really have it going on early on, and I'm hoping for some extra support, and now I'm hoping for more DRAGMA cards. I want the intertwined lore, kind of like the World Chalice. This is freaking awesome.